Hi, my name is Alex, and today we'll be talking about summiting Mount Timpanogos via Everest Ridge during the winter. This is something I'd always wanted to do, but never knew where to start. So if you're in the same shoes, follow along, learn from my mistakes, and hopefully you can get on the trail and hit it soon. Okay, first thing we need to talk about is gear. Obviously, it's going to be cold, so dress appropriately and don't forget good gloves. Ice axe, crampons, mountaineering boots, helmet, and a headlight are all necessary. Avalanche gear is a must. Beacon, shovel, and probe. And make sure to practice with all of your gear before you go. I'm a really light packer, so this was a lot for me. But there was nothing that I took up that I didn't use. In the description, there's a list of the gear that I used, as well as local shops I rented some of my gear from, and for how much. Because you'll be carrying a lot of gear, you'll want to get an early start. We started at midnight to make sure we were well up the mountain by the time sunlight came at 6:30. This may seem pretty early, but the danger of starting late is that you'll be on the snow when the sun comes out, causing unstable snowpack conditions ripe for an avalanche. To start, follow the dry canyon trail up to the saddle of Big Baldy. From the saddle, it's a straight shot through a grove of aspens, up the mountain, and onto the ridge. At this point, adjust for the long haul. From the saddle to the summit, it's only about 1.5 miles, but it's a really steep climb. Staying on the ridge lowers the risk of avalanches, and it will provide an easy path to follow to the top. Take your time and be safe. Bethany, any words to say?
So scary.
So good.
We're doing it.
So good. There's our other party down in the valley, the Avalanche Valley. Jeez Louise, you can see this, just full of avalanche business. And then one other group, two little dots up there. So the group separated. We had a little bit of cramping issues with a couple of group members. This is the infamous step. And on beyond, little triangle, that's the goal. We're gonna make it. Now, the step is the most technical section of the climb. It's a band of cliffs that you can either climb up and over or traverse around to the right. Either way, be sure your gear is working. I can confidently say that my ice axe and my crampons saved my life multiple times. That probably sounds obvious to someone with any experience, but if you're looking to do this for the first time, don't overlook your gear and don't take unnecessary risks. The mountain isn't going anywhere. So I just did maybe one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. The step. I'll tell you what, that was a tricky climb. Can't really see it from here, but down, down, down. Pretty scary, but beautiful, beautiful day. All that's left to do now, follow the ridge up to the shack. After the step, follow the spine to the summit. Be very careful at the top. The wind blows snow into formations called cornices, and in some cases, these can hang over 100-foot free falls. Never walk on a cornice. Use the shaft of your ice axe to make sure that every step you take has solid ground underneath. Making a good route to the summit makes it all the easier and safer on the return trip. Just made it past the worst of it. You can see the shack up there. Clouds are rolling in, so we'll see how much visibility we get. For the time. Here's the beautiful views. I'm right at the edge of the cloud line. It's really weird to come through fog and then just all of a sudden it opens up. I don't know if you can see. The mountain continues straight behind that fog, but you can't see it. Very cool, very cool. I want to thank my friends Alvin, Felix, and Bethany. It's never smart to go alone, and there couldn't have been a better crew. This was a very introductory look at the climb. Look in the description box for more resources, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. and I'll reply. Thank you for watching.